Coach, if you just want to start with an opening statement, always nice to start off regional play with a victory.
Yeah, very much so. This guy to my right, he has given us 3 tremendous starts over the last 3 weeks, and we knew that we were going to need to get big innings out of him today, and he stepped up as you would expect your seniors to. So got to give a majority of the credit, even though we got a guy who hit the ball well today on my left, Hayden. We definitely rode his momentum. He cut big out after big out after big out. And, it was interesting. My assistant, Chris Corbett, had said in the pregame, a big league pitcher down in North Carolina that he knew had talked about the best pitchers not necessarily giving up the home runs, but how they respond from the home runs. And he specifically talked to Hayden about if that were to happen in the ballpark that we've seen, balls jump out of, it's really how he responds. And after giving up that leadoff home run, things could have gone sideways for us in a hurry. But I would say he responded over the next 8 innings pretty well.
Coach, you guys faced a really good starting pitcher today. How happy were you with the approach and the at-bat you guys took early to take that lead in the first?
Probably asking the wrong guy. We were chasing barrels today, and what I mean by that is, we have different approaches each day, what we want to do offensively and how we want to attack a pitcher. And, with him, we knew that he was going to be predominantly breaking ball heavy. So we wanted to just chase barrels and hit balls hard. I think he did a tremendous job of minimizing in difficult situations. Obviously gave up some runs in that first inning, but, a lot of balls didn't leave the infield. Miles is the one who put the ball down the right field line. So I got to give, McGuire credit because he pitched ultra competitively under difficult circumstances. But glass half full, I am happy with our guys because we were able to put up some runs. Thought we let him hang around a little bit too long, but was really proud of the way our guys managed the back third and our ability to barrel the bullpen. I think we had 5 or 6 barrels and 10 at-bats off of the middle reliever, and then we did a good job, obviously, against the guy who came in on the back end. So I think our approach early, we didn't really get the barrels that we were looking for, but as the game went on, we had better at-bats, and obviously the score indicated such.
Hayden, I'll go to you first, and I'll come over to Miles. So, okay. Hayden, you started out with that leadoff home run, obviously, and you just started barreling down, 1, 2, 3 for the next 3 batters, and it seemed like you struck pretty much everybody out throughout the rest of the game. What were you feeling on the mound, and how were you just thinking mentally as you got out to the rubber every inning?
Yeah, so obviously not the start you want. Lead off home run, second pitch, you're like, okay. But I think that's where you just have to bear down and just kind of trust your game plan going in and just don't stray away from chasing swings, keep pumping the zone. Like sometimes you can get a little wild after that, and that's kind of where I think I was really good today, was just kind of answering that and just being in the zone for most of the day until like the 8th inning when started to lose a little, but found a way to get out of that. But yeah, it's just kind of a response thing mentally. It's like you just have to focus really hard on what your plan is going in.
All right, and then Miles, you obviously had that big double in the first inning that led to that 4-run frame. You guys lost your 2 games in the conference tournament. You haven't played in a little bit. You come out here, you put up a big 4 spot in the first inning. What do you think that at-bat meant to your team going forward?
I think it was huge. I think especially after Hayden giving up the home run, that's unfortunate. But we always talk about responding, trying to win the inning. So what it was is we got some guys on, and I got lucky enough to get a fastball elevated, and I tried to put a good swing on it, and it just happened to fall my way. But our big piece is trying to respond, and with that, with him giving up the run, I feel like that's what we did and tried to carry the momentum throughout the game through there, especially behind him, pitching well.
Coach, 24 hours till you come back, you play Johns Hopkins, number 1 in the nation. Kind of what's the game plan between now and then as you prepare to take on the season?
Well, we're going to decompress a little bit here because St. John's Fisher is a 30-win team and has been, I think, their 3rd straight regional, I believe, and has been a consistent contender from the New York region. So just decompress a little bit, enjoy this. I mean, this is our first region win since 2018 when we were in the World Series. So I'm really happy for our older guys, our senior class, who, had COVID like a lot of kids in 2020 and to build up to this point. So I kind of feel like I'm back in 2016 when we got our very first ever region win as a program. I'm going to enjoy this for a little bit. Fortunately, we have the 2:30 game tomorrow, so we've got some time to rest, recover, and then focus on the Jays and Coach Babb's 5,000 wins and all the success that program's had. And it's a tall task, but our kids are in a good place, and I don't know that there's a great answer for what you're asking me, but I know our kids are going to compete, and that's what I told them. I just want to see them compete You know, your football coach a long time ago told me after a football game that pressure is for soldiers and surgeons, Coach Margraf. And I told our guys before the game that, you know, we're not saving lives and we're not protecting our country. We're playing baseball. So I took his advice and told them just to have fun and compete. So if it's okay with the Hopkins folks, I did lean on Coach Margraf for that one to get our guys just kind of to relax and just enjoy playing. And hopefully they'll do the same tomorrow.
Just one last thing. Hayden, how cool is it to strike out 17 in a
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of, it's very special. I mean, I've never even like comprehended, like I haven't really comprehended that yet, how many that is, but I mean, that's just, it's really cool. It's really cool to have success at the biggest stage where everyone's watching. But yeah, I gotta kind of just credit my guys behind me. They made some plays today that I could have been pulled earlier, and then I wouldn't have that many. So I kind of have to credit these guys for getting some runs behind me, and then making some plays in the outfield and infield.
Well, the other thing I would like to add to that too is Tyler Dunn and Brett Mays, who work with our pitchers, did a tremendous job of putting a plan together today. Now this young man has to execute that plan, but credit should go to Tyler and Brett for putting a plan together and getting something in place for us to have.
One final question. It's pretty cool to come off 2 strikeouts off of an NCAA record, but Miles, you were able to kind of finish things off there with the home run in that 8th inning, and you're rounding second. You get over to third, big high five coming home. What does that feel like?
It's awesome. It's been a while since I've hit one of those and put some good swings on some baseballs, but I mean, you can't beat that feeling. Even if it is at a smaller field, it's an amazing when you barrel a baseball and it goes your way.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
You guys
Thank
do a
you.
great job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.